Currently lost. Yeah, so this morning I went to go get on a bus to do a modeling shoot. Turns out I'm on the wrong bus and now I'm somewhere in Scranton, Pennsylvania. I don't know how I got in this predicament, but that just goes to show you that life is so unpredictable. But even in moments like this, we never really know, but everything happens for a reason. Let's get it. Why'd I say that let's get it part? That was f***ing cringy. God, alright, let me tell this story. Have you ever had one of those days where nothing goes as planned? Well, let me tell you a story about my most recent work trip. For me, work is modeling, and modeling is a 24-hour day trip. I know, right? Crazy for a work day, but hey, it pays the bills. A quick summary of this trip consists like this. 12 a.m. bus to New York. 6 hours later, I arrive in New York. 15 minutes walk to the subway station, I'm in Soho. After a 2-hour shuttle to Philadelphia, the 9 to 5 day starts. And after 2 hours shuttling back to New York City, I walk 20 minutes over to Chinatown. And then lastly, another 6-hour bus ride back home, arriving home around 2 in the morning. Crazy. Absolutely. Pays the bills? Absolutely. This chaotic routine has been my lifestyle for a while. So for me, today was just another day, another dollar. I leave the house at 12 a.m., bus to New York City, train to Soho, grab food from the deli, and then now I'm up to the point where I hop on the shuttle. So far, so good. I find the shuttle driver I see all the time. Let's call him Joe. Joe asked for my name before we board, but for whatever reason, my name isn't on the list. Right, there's a list of passengers that are supposed to be riding on this bus. And, let me say something. All the other passengers that were just chilling on the bus are just like, oh, come on, let's go. It's time to go. It's such a far drive. Let's head on it. And so he waves me on. He's like, okay. I see you all the time, Aiden. Just hop on. We'll get to the shoot location. So yeah, I'm on the bus. It's time. It's gonna be a normal, typical shooting day, right? For whatever reason, this trip, I thought to bring my camera. I thought, you know what? I'm trying to learn how to do cinematography. This would be the perfect time. Just bring my camera everywhere, practice. And of course, this trip specifically, when I bring my camera, it just so happens that 2 hours on this bus, I look out and I'm like, there's a lot of greenery. I don't really ever see this whenever I take this trip. Maybe we're taking a different route. My agent and the modeling team blows up my phone asking, where am I? And that's when Joe, the driver, confirms my worst nightmare. Aiden? I think you're on the wrong shuttle, buddy. Did you know we're going upstate? I'm running on no sleep. I'm already exhausted from this whole trip. 8 hours, no sleeping. I'm drained. And basically, Joe says that he'll drop me off at the nearest gas station in order for the other people on the shuttle to make it on time. And so, I'm currently lost. It's 37 degrees. I'm really glad I wore this puffer jacket or else I'd be freezing my balls off. So yeah, I just literally get dropped off at this gas station. I talk with the urban team and they're saying, oh, we're gonna Uber you back over here. It's okay, don't feel ashamed. It happens all the time. We're gonna get you here safe. That's our only goal. I'm like, all right, bet. I send them my current location. And just out of curiosity, right? I put in my phone in Google Maps the location I'm at and the shoot location. Bruh. I am 3 hours away from the shoot location. Now my mind starts really racing because how the hell am I going to get a 3-hour Uber in the middle of the fucking morning? So yeah, I'm just stranded alone at this gas station. All the locals were super nice. Shout out the locals in this area because they were so kind.
You said you were stranded?
No. I got someone coming soon.
Okay, it's fine. I was gonna say, don't worry. Take your time. You're okay. No worries.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man.
No, so don't think like
hospitality here is amazing. Yeah, no. Thank you.
And so while I'm waiting at this gas station, unfortunately, every single Uber request was being rejected. I mean, driver after driver canceled. And I was in the gas station for a whole ass hour. And then eventually, my fourth driver, a kind woman, miraculously agreed to take me the entire 3 hours because for whatever reason, she was heading that way. The ride turned into a deep conversation about life. She told me how everything, good and bad, has purpose. And even if we don't see it right away, it's all part of God's plan, as she stated. And after some conversation, I eventually was like, do you mind if I go to sleep? My ass is so tired. And she was like, yeah, she promised that when I woke up, we would been at the shoot location. So I went to sleep. She wakes me up. It's finally time to shoot. From all the chaos in the morning, my mind was focused on one thing, and that was being the best model possible. The thing about me, when I shoot, I try and imagine there's a timer when I model, and that if I don't hit this timer with changing, no one's ever gonna work with me again. I was able to finish up way earlier than expected with the team, and so they asked me to shoot with another model. It was a female model. Just remember her for later. After shooting the couple of outfits with the girl, they asked me to shoot 2 final outfits.
And during this time, I was so hungry, I'd only had snacks. I see this bag of food. I'm like, oh my God, it looks so good. One of the workers is like, oh yeah, try it. It's really good. But I bite it. And he's like, nah, bro, chill. That's dog food. And so the last 2 outfits we shot, I just have this terrible smell of dog food in my mouth. I thought that was a funny part of the story that needed to be included. Anyways. Exhausted, starving, and ready to collapse, I could not wait to catch my bus ride home. Finally, the time comes. I get on the shuttle. I'm with the other models. We'll make it back to New York City around 7:20. That should give me plenty of time to catch my 7:45 bus. I just prayed to God. I said, as long as no one has to go to the bathroom, I will be able to make it to my bus on time. Remember that female model? She goes, excuse me, driver, can we take this exit up here? I really need to use the restroom. Bruh, I start weighing out my options. I think, how can I get to Soho to Chinatown quickly? Think, oh, a train. But why would I wait for the train to get there? It'd take way too long. It's too short of a ride. Okay, well, I can bike. It's only a 13-minute bike. Oh, but shoot, I have to download the City Bike app, and I don't have time to do that right now. I have no service. And then I think, I could run. The only option I trusted in myself was to run across New York City. So the shuttle arrives a little bit earlier than the ETA at 7:32. All the models and stylists are like, oh, bye, it was nice shooting with you. I'm like, bye, Felicia. And I start bolting like a madman, bro. My backpack is halfway open. I have my tripod in one hand, the camera bag in the other, and I just start weaving through traffic. I'm ignoring all the red lights. Let me tell you something. Have you guys ever ran in Vans? Yeah, you know, like the skateboarding shoe. Yeah, it's terrible. I'm running so fast. Eventually, it's 7:40. I reach Chinatown and I'm stopped at this red light. Bro, cars are zooming and I just keep praying. I just keep asking myself, like, please, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. The light turns green and I tell you, I've never sprinted faster in my whole entire life. I mean, sweat pouring off my face. It's 7:42. I run even faster and then eventually, 7:43, I make it to my seat. I collapse. I'm all sweaty. Look at this picture. My ass was sweating. Somehow, I ran 20 blocks in 10 minutes. But when I look back on the bus, I realized I was the first person on this bus. And with time to reflect on my day, I think, wow, that was a lot. It can't get any worse than this, right? The 6-hour bus ride home, I still cannot get any sleep. I finally get home at 2 in the morning. I think, oh, I just can't wait to get in my bed. I look for the nearest bird scooter and I see, sorry, we'll be back online at 4 in the morning. Defeated and accepting of my reality, I walk 45 minutes back to my house and finally collapse in my bed. Does everything happen for a reason? Some say life is random, just a series of coincidences. Others believe that every moment, good or bad, is part of a greater plan. Here's what I've learned. The hardest moments often shape us the most. They're not random. They're not meaningless. I believe in God, or whatever higher power you trust, uses every single twist and turn to push us to grow and guide us to who we're meant to be. Nothing is a coincidence. Every step has purpose. Everything happens for a reason.
I be like, fuck it, at the same time, I know